It ain't over, motherfuckers.
I must emphasize at the outstart, so I'm not here this afternoon as a Republican nor as a Democrat, not as a Mason nor as an elf.
Tell us what you here for.
Not as a Protestant nor a Catholic, not as a Christian nor a Jew,
All right.
not as a Baptist nor a Methodist.
Yes.
In fact, not even as an American. Because if I was an American, the problem that confronts our people today wouldn't even exist.
That's right. Now we in America,
So I have to stand here today as what I was when I was born, a black man. Before there was any such thing as a Republican or a Democrat, we were black. Before there was any such thing as a Mason or an elf, we were black. Before there was any such thing as a Jew or a Christian, we were black people. In fact, before there was any such place as America, we were black. And after America has long passed from the scene, there will still be black people. They send drugs and Harlem down here to pacify us. They send alcohol down here to pacify us. They send prostitution down here to pacify us. Why, you can't even get drugs in Harlem without permission. You can't get prostitution in Harlem without permission. You can't get gambling in Harlem without permission. Every time you break the seal on that liquor bottle, that's a government seal you're breaking. Oh, I say it again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay Johnson. They all call me the Reverend Point Blank. Chicago is my home. I've learned everything I need to know in Chicago right here, how to live life anywhere in the world. My stepfather taught me how to survive on the streets of Chicago, amidst the gangs, amidst the drugs, amidst the con games, the pimping and playing. I managed to be a young hustler. My stepfather and I built many record stores around this city. I've pretty much covered every grounds and every part of this city selling something. I moved to Texas because of some strange things that happened while he was selling drugs. I didn't want to get caught up in the mix of it, so I went to Texas and joined the church. Found out that the church was full of shit, so I decided to pursue my love, which was comedy. And because I had gone to church, I realized there were principalities that I needed, and I didn't want to be a comic just to say things to make people laugh. I wanted to say something about the problems that would help them fix it. So I created the Reverend Point Blank. But I'm here back now in Chicago because this is my home. And here you can find the greatest talent in the world. People who are, quite frankly, point blank. I'm going to take you on a little journey, a small journey of the area I grew up in, some of the places that we used to hang out, some of the people that basically raised me or that I've dealt with over the years. And basically give you some information on why we do what we do at church. Church is not a building. It's not a structure. It is a foundation of people who live the truth and have some consequential knowledge, some specific knowledge about who they are and what they want from this life. These are the people we want to help those that want to be helped, those that want to find out why they are on the planet. So I'm going to take you on this little journey so you can understand how I began. So sit back, relax, and just chill.
Okay, my brothers and sisters, I'm really over here where I grew up in this neighborhood. That's the house that I grew up in, and this was our neighborhood. I've seen many people get killed right here at that viaduct, going so fast they run into that viaduct. And this park right here, this is the park everybody used to hang out in. Follow me. I mean, this was the place where everybody in the neighborhood went. We went here because it was the only place to go. We used to play strike 'em out. We used to play dodgeball. They used to put ice on the field. We used to ice skate in the wintertime. Everybody on this block, I knew everyone. Everyone knew everyone. This park has come a long way. Here, let me show you. If you look over there, there used to be a swimming pool over there. There used to be a basketball court. A small one over here was like a dirt court. And this is where they used to water it. The basketball court is still over here. That's the basketball court right there. And there used to be a building behind here where you couldn't, it was just a wall. And there was the tracks there. I don't know what they did. They done bought this and they done put some things there, but used to be able to, I ran my car into the wall one time. I was driving my vehicle and there was ice out there and I hit that wall. We used to drag race up and down this street all the way down to Kilpatrick. This is where I grew up. I don't know what they've turned that into. One of the guys that used to run this building, the field house, he killed himself. He shot himself in the head one day. And his brother was named Solo. And Solo used to stand right there and he used to play softball. And he hit that softball over to my house, right over there on Jackson. It was amazing. Growing up in Chicago in those days was different. We didn't have all these computers. We didn't have all these distractions. We loved each other. We took care of each other. We supported each other. And we cared for each other. And when someone came in the neighborhood, even if we were fighting, we stopped fighting to deal with that. So there's no camaraderie anymore. There's no unity anymore. And what we're trying to do is bring unity. When I look back and think about where I grew up and how I grew up, it's amazing to me that we don't have that kind of lifestyle anymore. Everybody's in a hurry. Oh yeah, one other thing. Cicero Vice Lords used to meet here every Sunday. There'd be 400 or 500 of them out here. And we would be at the house, and we would know they were out here. Never had an earring, and never been trying to get drafted. I was always at the record shop. It's a couple of blocks up on Cicero, the record shop my stepfather put together. We're gonna stop by another one in just a minute. But this is to kind of let you know, after Cabrini Green, we came here. After the area living in Cabrini Green, we came here. And it was, we were the only black people over here. It was us and one other, the herds down the street there. And a few years later, all of the white people left. All the grass left. So now I guess they're building it back up. This is 50 years later, 60 years later. Our record shop was right there at the corner. So we're gonna go over to the other record shop. We'll talk to you in a minute. Now, my brothers and sisters, this is Columbus Park, located right off of Jackson and Central Avenue. This park used to be where we used to hang out. There used to be a drive through. You see that area right there? There used to be a drive where we could drive our cars all the way around that and come back. They filled it in because they found a lot of dead bodies in the water. So they decided to stop black people from coming in there and doing the things they were doing. Beautiful park. We used to come here, used to play CNBL, City National Basketball League, Mark Aguirre, Isaiah Thomas. I mean, there's so many young athletes and stars that come out of Chicago. It's amazing amidst all the destruction and all of the problems. This is one of like our secondary park for where I grew up. I showed you Clark Park. That's pretty much where we did all our stuff. We came here when we wanted to collaborate, you know, with the rest of the community, when we wanted to, rides was all cleaned up. We wanted to, summertime, like Will Smith said. Now, my mother used to work at a hospital called Loretta. We're gonna pass by there. It's on the other side here. This was 50 years ago she worked there. Amazing how things have changed. But where we are now, we're moving forward. I was blessed to still be alive. I can see the poverty. I can see the destruction of black people's lands, the property we used to own, the gentrification and all the things that's going on. And we are going to do everything we can to unify our people and all people. And that's what this is about. This is church. Church is about the truth. And the truth is, we need to unify. I got a little story I need to tell you behind this. I didn't finish high school. I dropped out of school at, I don't know, 11th grade or something like that. I was bused to, when I was a kid, I went to grammar school. We went to a bridge school. It was all white. And then after bridge school, I graduated grammar school and I went to high school. I went to Steinmetz. It was all white. We had to fight every day. There was even a riot. Jesse Jackson was supposed to come out. He didn't. There was another riot. They took the whole police, the whole bus full of black people, a city bus, to the police station. Our parents had to come pick us up. So at some point, they didn't want me there anymore because I never came to class. I never came to class because I had $1,000 in my pocket every day. I was working at the record shop around the corner. I'll show you that. My dad had many record shops, so I didn't need the money, and they wouldn't teach me anything. The history was foul. If I didn't say Christopher Columbus discovered America, I wouldn't pass. So the whole point of the matter is, I was taught what true history was, and I didn't pass. So when they sent me here, I stayed here for maybe 6 months, and they put me out of here because the record shop was around the corner. I never came to school. So it's a great high school. This is a black high school in a black neighborhood. It's central in the black neighborhood, and there were nothing but black children here. And it's an amazing high school. It's just that I never got a chance to attend. These things helped me to understand a lot. My stepfather helped me to understand a lot about the streets, a lot about what the school did not teach me, a lot about life, how to live, what to do, how to survive. I'm not saying don't go to college, don't go to high school. You need that so you can learn how to count. You can learn how to spell. You can learn how to write. Those things are necessary. But when you get out of this situation, take the time to think about who you are and what you really want. There are children, kids I know, who spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to college, and they are not doing what they went to college for, and they're in debt for half of their lives if they're lucky enough to live it. So, just wanted to let you know that. We're gonna head over to the record shop. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, my brothers, this is where the record shop used to be right here. It's the Beauty Supply House right now. It's right there. We used to own that record shop. That's where everything went on right here. Central and Lake, it was off the chain, busy. And this is 40 or 50 years later. We had the record shop, and we also had, there was a little restaurant. We owned the restaurant right there. And this is Shine King. We're gonna go in here and talk to Shine King in just a minute. Get the light by the park. Let's do it. I'm still breathing, still living. I ain't got wet down here. We at Shine King. This is Cole, King Cole. I've been knowing the man about 50 years.
And did the thing you did before?
Well, we tried to do it before, but the sound didn't come out right. We didn't get no sound, so we're gonna have to talk about it again.
What do you mean?
Well, how long you been in business? I know you've been here long as I can remember as a child.
I've been over here 53 years.
53 years. And before here, where were you?
Kensington, Madison.
Kensington, Madison? Did you have a place on Pulaski also?
No, the place on Pulaski was 2 years after I was
After you moved here, you had the Kedzie.
the kids
then here.
The kids in place was moved from Kensington to Pulaski.
Oh, I see. So you closed the Pulaski place down many years ago, right?
It's been probably about, how long has it been? 18, 19 years.
18, 19 years. Some of these cats have been knowing 40 years since you've been here. Both of these cats been working here that long, right? Yeah. You. How long you been working here? Since 1975. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute, Cole. I know you. You know I know you. Right?
Come on,
You know, don't nobody call me Jerome, man. You don't brother call me that because don't nobody know me like that. That's all y'all ever knew. Yeah. These are the grown men doing. They've been doing their business and handling their.
We know you used to do teenagers, all of the teenagers.
Teenagers, yeah. These kids, man. Y'all remember how it was around here with the gangsters? I think she might be 35, 40 or something. Or something, yeah.
They wasn't gang banging around here like they doing that.
They was pimping around here.
That's all they was doing. Pimping.
This was pimping.
This is the pimping strip right here.
This is the pimping stroll right here. I came to pick up my shoes. This is the only place in the city I buy or do anything to my shoes, and that's with Shine King. Wouldn't happen no other way. If there was anything wrong with it, if I want my shoes shine, I'm gonna go over there. These brothers have been shining shoes. I'm gonna tell you how long you been shining shoes? Since 75. He know how to shine a shoe. And this place has been the same, except Cole used to sit up there and watch everything. Y'all remember that?
You have a loft up there.
We used to have a little loft up there. You watch everything. See what everybody doing.
Yeah.
As soon as you fuck up, Cole be like, hey, nigga, what the hell you doing that? So you gonna turn the business over to your son?
Yeah, I don't know, look like I'm gonna go away with this.
You gonna go with me with it? But we gonna talk to him, find out if he wanna do it. You don't think he ready?
The thing about it is, you just have to, somebody gotta want it.
Yeah, that's a true story. You gotta want it.
Just turn people over. Somebody gotta want it.
That's a true story. It's a great business. Been thriving for 50 years. I don't know who wouldn't want it. You gonna sell it when it's time? Maybe you don't know. Hard work.
You work 7 days a week, all the time.
So you mean for 50 years, 53 years, you've been working 7 days a week?
That's right.
When last time you had a vacation?
Oh.
Oh, the vacation thing. You had a staycation.
On the holiday.
Say what?
I had a little vacation about 13 years ago.
12 or 13 years ago. Where did you go?
Well, I really didn't have no vacation. Vacation is mostly like who you got with you. If you got somebody with you like that, that's who you got with you.
You didn't have nobody with you that was worthy of the vacation.
There you go.
I see what you mean. Ladies and gentlemen, this is King Cole. I'm going to tell you right now, he is the king over here. He owns several buildings over here, several businesses. As long as I've known him, he's been a businessman. And we are hoping, as we always talk about, a legacy that he'll leave it to one of his kids, one of his children, so that they can carry on this enormous work, this historical. This is an icon building. This is a landmark. You know that? Yeah. We ought to have it designated as a landmark. That's a lot of years, man. A lot of things A lot of pimps and hoes came up and out of here.
They need to change Central Avenue, James Cole.
They need, hold on, wait. What you say? They need to change Central James Cole?
Avenue.
Yo, cuz you own buildings right behind here too, don't you, Cole? Huh? But you own the buildings across the street too.
You've been working 7 days a week, all the
Not the new one on the corner, the other.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's dope, man. So, my brother, how you feeling? Cole been taking care of you this damn long, man. You obviously been taking care of you still here. And that tells you a lot about Mr. Cole. He will take care of you as long as you do the right thing. But if you on some, like your father, right? You gonna end up turning over one of these cats and one of these cats, right? They all of them gonna run it together. You think? You gonna be manager and run all these, have these cats working and take care of them like Cole been doing it? What Cole? What you think? I think he can do it. I think he can do it. So we're gonna end it here. But I'll tell you right now, it's a wonderful thing being back in the neighborhood where I basically grew up at. This is my K-Town, West Side. Cole is a staple in this city, and he always will be. And as I said before, this should be marked as a landmark. Anyone that lives in Chicago, Illinois, and doesn't know Shine King, you're not from Chicago.
By this time, I was at the end of my rope. Shit, working a job that I hate, in a relationship with a woman with whom I have no direction. I was really tired of living this way, not knowing really who I am and why I'm here, not focusing on my gift, and finally, not having a clear direction for my life. Shit, man, I was broken to prayer. I didn't know if I was praying to God or just broken enough to listen to myself. Either way, it was the only thing left that I knew to do. It was the only thing left that I knew to do.
A new age is upon us, and yet the past refuses to rest in its shallow grave. For those who hide behind the false image of the Son of Man shall stand before God, 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 God. It has begun.
Yeah, every time I get in trouble, something seems to happen. I think about what my dad always told me.
Everything seemed normal as the president's motorcade began its journey.
The cholesterol-lowering drug Baycol is being pulled off the market.
It's been linked to 31 deaths in the U.S. from muscle destruction.
Everything seemed.
All right, son. Let me explain to you how it is. Since we don't have Dr. King.
Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was shot to death by an assassin late today.
Since we don't have Malcolm
The
X.
bombing of Malcolm's house and so forth.
Since we really don't have nobody that'll speak out the things that everybody wants to say, but they're afraid to say it. I need you to make it funny. I need you to put a motherfucker on the right track by telling him through your comedy, deliver the word, what thus said God. I need for you to be, and God is about truth.
From the victims of sexual abuse at the hands of priests,
You gotta know who you are, where you're going, and what your gift is, so you can make your gift pay.
We've heard reports of secondary explosions after the aircraft impacted, whether in fact there wasn't something else at the base of the towers that in fact were the coup de grace, bring them to the ground.
The price of freedom is death. The price of freedom is death.
French, British, Italian, Japanese television. People everywhere are starting to listen to me. It's embarrassing.
Fuck it. Fuck it. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Alright, so sit back and relax and just chill. You ready?
goddamn years, nigga. I pastored the church for 5 motherfucking years. I'm the pastor, shit. God knows I say shit. It's like I'm a bullshit too, bro.
New age is upon us, and yet the past refuses to rest in its shallow grave. For those who hide behind the false image of the Son of Man shall stand before God. It has begun, the beginning of the end.
What title label of Christianity does the Reverend point blank?
Paula. It doesn't fall under Christianity. It falls under the title of truth.
The voice of racism preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the Prophet Muhammad a terrorist. Forgetting God is not religion, but a spiritual bond. And Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran.
It ain't over, motherfuckers.
Alright, babe, I'm leaving.
Leaving? Where you going?
I have a gig down at the lounge.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Bye.
Remember this. When we do that now, remember this. When trouble comes from everywhere and change seems slow to come about, your knees bend easily in prayer in hopes that God will work it out. Tears fall upon your folded hands, for you have nowhere else to turn. Hoping God will understand your humble heart within you burns. Before you even say a word, your inner voice begins to speak to you. It has suddenly occurred exactly whom it is you seek. He is the everlasting King, with whom there is no end. The sole creator of all things. He's God and He's your friend. He made the stars that heaven shows and galaxies far out of sight. So what request could you propose that could intimidate His might? You didn't know? Upon this thought, fear subside. All your anxieties cease. And can we do that again? Find yourself engulfed inside the presence of the God of peace. You don't remember a single phrase of what you thought you would say. But a troubled prayer now comes out praise, knowing that the God in you can make a way. Remember that shit.